But you can't just like, Red Bull sauce.
Write it down.
Yeah, see how it goes.
2 years I've been there. 3 times.
Yeah, no. I was just. Have you got the Champions League?
Oh, really?
I was watching this night in the Europa League. I was 16. Europa League. Oh, no, it's in the space right
Really?
now.
When I get finished with it.
Yeah. There's one game that was just quite late.
Yeah.
Headline first edition. I used to put it on the back page. Clearly.
Oh. Women's here. It's half time. Yeah, it's fun. Yes,
It's a full face. It's two of us. One on the front, one on the back. It's worth watching.
It's on the first one.
Yeah, 2 seconds. No.
No, it's the 18th or 19th. Yeah. One of them we were up there on Wednesday, one of them on
Yes.
Obviously, you can't run through the wall.
Afternoon, guys. Hope you're well. Same process as ever with mics on either side. We'll set an embargo partway through for 10:30 on Saturday evening. Just bear in mind it is a busier open section when you're holding onto the mic. Start with Ian, please.
Hello, Pep. I know you've got an important Premier League game against Arsenal this weekend, but can I get your reaction to drawing Real Madrid in the Champions League playoffs, please?
Well, yeah, it looks like a derby already, 4 years in a row, facing Madrid. So, well, Madrid, Bayern Madrid, both was really, really tough, and yeah, hopefully we can arrive in the moment that first leg here and the game 1 week later in Madrid. So, as best as possible.
It adds to an already pretty demanding February for your team in terms of the quality of opposition that you'll face with Arsenal this weekend, Liverpool in there, Newcastle too. How ready do you think your side is to take on that challenge and get to that level?
Well, we start in Paris and afternoon in Chelsea, so we have already there in the amount of difficult games. So, yeah, the schedule is what it is, and you know, in Premier League, every team has to play with everyone. But yeah, that's true. That normally happens here in the Premier League. You know that always they put the toughest schedules for the European teams in the important stages, in the most difficult ones, because it's tough. Okay, to play against Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. The problem is in the middle have Newcastle. You know, and always they are so kind for the calendar. For many years, always happened that way.
Do you have any of your injured players back for this Arsenal game?
No, continue the same.
Thank you.
Pep, you mentioned there about the calendar. It does seem that some of the European countries, they do get a little bit of help. Do you think they just never look at that?
Are you asking me that question after many years here? Come on, don't make me the question to say something impolite or that. So you are here for many years before I came here. Always had been like that, always. So it's not complaining because we had an incredible success dealing with this calendar. But don't make me that question is a surprise for you, because you know it's happened for always have been like that. So we accept it and said, no, I'm not complaining because we won the trebles and the quadruples doing like that. I said many times, sorry. I said many times in the past last season, we play in quarterfinals against Madrid. I think so, and when, I don't know, and 3 days later, we had the FA Cup semi-final in Wembley when we could have another more day. So always have been like that, and we survive, and we don't survive because Madrid is better, Bayern Munich is better, or the opponents are better. But the calendar, because I remember, I said many times, when I was in Barcelona training, and I followed the Premier League because it's the most attractive athletic league in the world, Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, Arsene Wenger make the same complaints. So now you cannot ask me about the calendar because it's from a long time ago.
But just because it's always been like that doesn't mean to say it always has to be like that in the future.
Do you think it's going to change?
But
The broadcasters decide. So they don't ask me when it's better to play Tuesday or Wednesday to have one more day. There are leagues that play on Friday before the Champions League. They play on Friday in Portugal. They play on Friday in France to have one more day here. We went to Paris to play on Sunday in Ipswich Town. Why don't play on Saturday? We play on Sunday. I say now that we are lost 2-4 and I didn't complain once. But always have been like that. So it's not a problem. And because you asked me, so it's what it is. So it's fine. So it's fine. It's fine. Have been always like that. And one incredible success of that. No surprise when I see the calendar is what it is. Because for here the Premier League is much more important than other competitions.
Hi Pep. Something we're asking all of the managers this week is about referee abuse off the back of the abuse directed at Michael Oliver and his family in the last week. I suppose the first part of the question is how important is it for you as a manager and players to be aware of that? And also, do you all have a collective responsibility to show support to referees? And
all of us, we are responsible. All of us. The managers, you, the players, everyone. There are borderlines that we should not be crossed, and of course it's crossed. But not just in the referee issues. All around the world, all the issues that are in the society, in the politicians and whatever. With the social media today, the borderlines is already gone. So have we treated the players, have we treated the manager, have we treated the referees, have we treated the politicians, have we treated that today? All of us are responsible, not just one person.
This is the last time I will ask you this. The transfer window closes soon. First of all, what are the chances of you bringing any more players in before the deadline?
I don't know. I don't know.
On that basis then, assuming you don't sign this holding midfielder you've been looking for, how happy are you with the business the club has done this January?
The club always, I'm happy. They do what they believe is the best for the club for now and for the next years, 2, 3, 5, 10 years. Always they try to do the best. Like I think all the clubs, sometimes it works, sometimes not, but always they try it. So that is no doubts about that.
Hi, Pep. The last game against Arsenal was quite a stormy affair. Has this become a grudge fixture? Is there any needle still lingering?
No.
There were words said after the game by Mikel. I just wonder, have you had a chance to speak to him since, and how is your relationship with him now?
Exceptional. With him and his family. Exceptional. Of course, we are not in touch much because he has business, I have business, I have other games. But the respect that we have is always there.
Pep, a quick question about Champions League again. You can register 3 new players. Do you know who you're going to introduce? Is there a chance of Rodri being?
We didn't discuss about that.
Thank you.
Rob?
Hi, Pep. I know that the February games are quite tough, but you said a couple of times that your team at the moment isn't really built for transitional games, back and forth. But against the bigger teams, in theory, that shouldn't happen. It should be a bit more sort of possession-based. Do you think that your team is maybe built better for games against Arsenal, Real Madrid, than they are maybe against Brighton and Brentford teams?
Listen, what I said before, so the schedule that we have in February, we have had in the previous seasons many, many times. Many times. So we have a moment in February or March or April that we have an incredible tighter schedule because we were in all competitions, we're incredible maybe fighting for the Premier League with the tough opponents involved in the quarterfinal, semi-final champion with the opponents. So it's not a surprise. So it's what it is. So I said it's not about complaining at all. I get rid of to think about that. Never ever. So we play in a good teams. Yes. We our best. Yes. But when you win a lot of titles or won in the past, because always with the hypothetical, not the top teams, always we were there. We will play good. So it's absolutely not a problem. We know we're playing in Sunday or Thursday and Tuesday, but it happened for the last 9 years. So it's not, I'm surprised now how the schedule is tight. We have done it. We have done it many, many times. We are happy that we were during 55, 60 minutes, 65 minutes out of the Champions League. And now we are in the Champions League. Okay, it's fine. We can be better? Yeah, we can be 8 in the first 8. Yeah, we are not good enough. So we don't deserve to be in the finish this season, winning just 3 games and draw another one and lost a lot. So we don't deserve it. The draw could be nicer, yes. Yeah, for 1 goal maybe play another one, but who doesn't mean play against Celtic, the Glasgow, or another team or whatever, and it's even worse. So we play awful and they go through it with them. So the draw is the draw. Bayern Munich was extremely difficult. Madrid is extremely difficult. We know that, and we're going to play with the 3 days, 2-day recovery, 4 days. It doesn't matter because we have done it. We have done it in the past. We have dealt this kind of incredible tight schedule for many, many years. So it's not a problem. For my concern is always give us between seasons more time. Even that doesn't happen. It's okay. So we complain, dedicate another job, go home. Don't play football and go in other countries, or don't be manager for Man City. Another job. It's what it is. So I would love, yeah, absorb, but for many years. But many years for Sir Alex, for Jose, for the teams, for Arsene, for the managers deal in a European competition, in a top, in these countries, and it happened the same. So, and we have dealt it. So we have done it. We never found the reason why for that.
One of you guys, please, just to try and get through as many as we can, Simon.
Pep, you've got Omar Mamouche at the club now, and Oscar Bob coming back. If there were to be an offer for James McAtee in the final few days of this month?
No, I don't think so. He's going to stay. We don't have enough players. We have a World Cup at the end of the season. We have a lot of games, so I think he can play more minutes. The minutes they have to fight, continue fight, and I'm really pleased for Maka. So, but in the same time, maybe arrive an offer that for the club say, listen, we have to sell him. The opinion on Maka, I said to the club, is really clear. But always there is a club, and the club has to take resources and sell players, and it depends on what happens.
Just Pep, just on McAtee there. Obviously, like I say, he got a lot of games and stuff, but he hasn't started a Premier League or Champions League game for you, and I suspect he wants more playing minutes. Can you understand his frustration? And if he does stay, do you think he'll be getting more playing time over the second half of the season?
Yeah, of course, I understand the frustration. Absolutely. I understand. I was a football player, have incredible empathy to feel what he can feel. But the same happens for other players, for the other ones. And they have to be ready and the best. So we don't want anyone unsatisfied. You know my opinion of that. But in the middle of the season, with the problems that we had, so I had the feeling that we need him. I need him. It's simple.
Hi, Pep. It was in the game against Arsenal earlier this season that Rodri got injured. I mean, when you look back, does that sort of just feel the moment that everything changed for you?
The absence for Rodri is massive, but I repeat the same way I've done many times. I've not been just Rodri. But of course, the best player in the world in absence. Tell me one team will not notice. Of course we notice. I would prefer to lose that game and Rodri have it all season. Absolutely. But I think, maybe I'm wrong, I cannot prove it. The situation that we had this season, it was not just Rodri. It was many other things.
Hi, Pep. Omar Mamouche's debut last week against Chelsea was quite sort of exciting. I think he excited the supporters with what he produced. What was it that first sort of drew the club to want to sign him, and how has he settled in his first couple of weeks?
Well, the club decided to bring an extra play in the final third with a talent for a scorer and assists and runners and set pieces and what I said. So I think except Aymeric Laporte or someone else, we never went to the winter transfer in this period. Always we want to go to the end because it's not good in that, but the exceptional situation. This season is exceptional for many things, and we should intervene to finish the season as best as possible, but that players don't come for these 6 months, come from the next 4 or 5 or 6 years in this club, and everything is going well. So that's why we went there, because financially we're stable for the last seasons. Still right now, even the investment we have done, we have been profit in the net in the last 5 seasons. So That's why we have done it, and maybe in the future we're going to continue to do it because financially the club have moved in the last, especially 5-6 years, incredibly well in terms of sales, in terms of and players that make an incredible performance for the club that help us to, to win what we want.
Pep, just on the on Rodri, we've seen him travel with the squad to Paris last week, and he's been in and around training. How important is it to keep him close and kind of as involved as possible? And is there a chance that he will play again this season, or is that out of the question?
He's positive to faint at the end, but I don't know, to be honest. The ACL is ACL. Always I believe in the injuries, the long injuries. There is a time that must be respected because human body. There is a players can win weeks, but the human body is ACL for every football player, every athlete. So there is a time. In the first month was in Madrid all the time for the surgery doctors and the physios there, and after came here and he's here. Once he's here, it's lovely to have him in the locker room. His vocal voice, his presence, of course, is important. And when he want to travel, always I said to the English players, when you want to come in special places, of course you can come. And it's nice to have him. Of course, it's good. But what I said, the most important Rodri right now is recover well. Still, you are not teenager anymore, but still you have years to play, and it's going to happen if you recover well. So to win 1 month or 2 weeks and after set back for the next season is not intelligent. So of course he would love to play tomorrow. I know that, but the bodies are the bodies. The recovery needs its own time, but it's going really well. He feels really good, and yeah, step by step we'll see.
Bag off 10:30 on Saturday evening, please. Chat with Simon.